Few forces on the battlefield inspire the same level of fear and respect as a tank. With their thick armor, heavy caliber cannons, and ability to traverse rough terrain, tanks have become the ultimate symbols of ground warfare dominance. When advancing in formation, they provide a near impenetrable front line that can cut through defenses, neutralize infantry, and support broader assaults with devastating firepower. Their psychological impact alone can break enemy morale, and the sight of armored columns often signals an impending, overwhelming assault. Thus, effective anti-tank strategies are not only about survival, but also about maintaining the balance of power on the battlefield, making tank hunting a key focus in modern warfare planning. The Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt II, aka the Warthog, has a cantilever low-wing monoplane wing with a wide chord. The aircraft has superior maneuverability at low speeds and altitude because of its large wing area, high wing aspect ratio, and large ailerons. The wing also allows short takeoffs and landings, permitting operations from primitive forward airfields near front lines. The aircraft can loiter for extended periods and operate under 1,000-foot ceilings with 1.5-mile visibility. It typically flies at a relatively low speed of 300 knots, which makes it a better platform for the ground attack role than fast fighter bombers. An unusual feature is that many of the aircraft's parts are interchangeable between the left and right sides, including the engines, main landing gear, and vertical stabilizers. The A-10 is battle-hardened to an exceptional degree, being able to survive direct hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive projectiles up to 23 millimeters. It has double redundant hydraulic flight systems and a mechanical system as a backup if hydraulics are lost. The cockpit and parts of the flight control systems are protected by 1,200 pounds of titanium aircraft armor, referred to as a bathtub. Although the A-10 can carry a considerable amount of munitions, its primary built-in weapon is the 30 by 173 mm GAU-8A Avenger autocannon. The GAU-8 is a hydraulically driven 7-barrel rotary cannon designed specifically for the anti-tank role with a high rate of fire. Enter Boeing AH-64 Apache. This helicopter still continues to be the nightmare of all tankers since the 80s. Designed to employ its weapon systems against enemy tanks from a hover and then move from battle position to battle position flying at treetop height, the Apache was a tank killer from its inception. The M230 chain gun cannon is powered by a 2-horsepower electric motor capable of firing linkless ammunition at a rate of approximately 625 rounds per minute. For practical purposes, the air-cooled weapon maintains a firing rate of around 300 rounds per minute, requiring a 10-minute cooldown after sustained use. The design includes safety features such as a mechanism to prevent ammunition cook-off to safely clear an open bolt and safeguards against double feeding of rounds. Expended shells are discarded through the bottom of the weapon, directly out of the aircraft. However, these tank hunter aircraft, which have been terrorizing tanks and ground personnel for decades, are under some serious threats. The proliferation of man-portable air defense systems, or MANPADS, has significantly impacted the effectiveness and survivability of tank hunter aircraft and other low-flying military aviation assets. MANPADS, like the US-made Stinger or the Soviet Igla, are designed to be portable and can be operated by a single individual, making them highly versatile and difficult to counter. These weapons pose a substantial threat to aircraft performing close air support or tank hunting missions, as they often operate at altitudes and speeds vulnerable to MANPADS' heat-seeking capabilities. The impact of MANPADS on tank hunter aircraft became particularly apparent during conflicts such as the Soviet-Afghan War, where US-supplied Stingers allowed Afghan fighters to down hundreds of Soviet helicopters and aircraft, forcing the Soviets to limit the operations of their air assets. The ongoing war in Ukraine demonstrates how vulnerable close air support aircraft are to modern threats from the ground. Beyond the battlefield, MANPADS have driven advancements in aircraft countermeasures, including flares and evasive maneuvers. However, these are often only partially effective, as newer MANPADS models use advanced targeting and tracking methods that resist traditional countermeasures. Consequently, tank hunter aircraft and similar ground attack platforms have had to adapt tactics, operating from higher altitudes and limiting time over contested areas to mitigate risks. Despite these measures, MANPADS remain a persistent threat, influencing military tactics, aircraft design, and international arms control efforts to curb their proliferation in conflict zones worldwide. In a contested air environment, even one that is imperfectly contested, as is the case with Ukraine, ground attack aircraft like the A-10 Warthog and the Apache AH-64 will suffer a degree of attrition that may quickly become unacceptable. Furthermore, drones are becoming increasingly sophisticated over time. The drones are effective against armor because they are small, relatively cheap when compared to a tank, and simple to use. These unmanned aerial vehicles can deliver laser-guided bombs to the enemy. Moreover, they can stay in the air for long periods of time, which provides them with near unrivaled abilities to hide and ambush enemy armor with near impunity. While it may seem like the heyday of the legendary tank destroyer birds are in the past for now, it is possible that they will still be around for a while thanks to their advanced capabilities, experience on the battlefield, and the respect of the personnel who fought alongside them. This concludes our episode that provides a glimpse into the rise and demise of tank hunter aircraft. So what do you think about the future of these remarkable machines? What other pieces of military hardware would you like us to cover in our future episodes? Also, if you were lucky enough to see these weapons up close, or better yet, operated one, please comment.
Jeep Hog 1 and 2 are going to descend down to 15,000 and head back towards our area for the range.